Hey, welcome back to our channel. This is Monkey Business. I'm Nick, aka Dad.
I'm Addie, aka the Monkey.
And this week we're going to do a pretty cool install. I haven't seen too many videos on this, but what are we going to do this week?
We're going to add more power to it.
We're going to add more power. It's always something everybody wants to do to their vehicle. I mean, come on. As a gearhead, you want to get more power out of it. So this week we're installing the Panda Motorworks Power Module into it. And it comes with a 2.7 or even a 2.3. They have kits for both of them. They claim that you will get 20% more horsepower and 20% more torque. So the 2.7 is rated, I believe, around 325. So if they're talking 20% more, we're talking another 65 horsepower. So we'll see what we can do, see if we can get some numbers, see if we can get this thing to a dyno and find out that's true. Really, even 10% would be pretty cool out of these 2.7. So we're going to show you how to install it because it comes with one-step Kohler spark plug. So I'm going to show you how to get those spark plugs out and what you got to kind of go around to do, because I haven't, again, seen a video a lot about how to do that. So hopefully my mistakes will be something that'll help you get through yours a little bit quicker. And hopefully show you how this works. So
let's get started.
All right, so we're here at the front of the Bronco. Gonna show you how to get these spark plugs out, and I've noticed some things already on it, so let's come around over here. They are really tall, so you've got each one of these coil packs down here. So you got one there, one here, then one way back here. The problem is this wiring harness, they are onto the studs, if you can see the stud down there, right down in there. Yeah. So you got these clips that hold it onto the studs, especially on these first two cylinders on the driver's side. But this back one is held on by this plastic little, let's see if I can zoom in here on what that dude looks like. Yeah, you can see it right there. It's got little teeth that hold that on there, so it's really hard to pull off that stud, which I've already pulled it off. So yeah, I used some adjustable pliers to pull that off finally. And then on the passenger side, on the 2.7, this is really just for the 2.7. Again, you've got a wiring loom that comes over here, and you've got this little guy that holds on to that stud. You don't have one, you have the same one on the very back side as well, and these come off real easy. Now in the middle one on this side, let me zoom back out a little bit here for you. You've got this stud here, and what I had to do, and let me show you, is it has this clip here, and you can see that's got little teeth in there. Again, I could not get it off because they have this brown zip tie around the wiring harness and through, just like I have this black zip tie to redo this, around it. So I ended up snipping it off so I could actually just basically unscrew this. So that's probably what most people are gonna have to do. The nice thing is, once you get that done, you go back to your coil packs, and on each one here, zoom in here, you got that little white tab. You just pop that down, and that unplugs that one from the wiring harness. But yeah, then you'll just go back to each of those bolts, and you'll just take those off. Definitely a deep socket is what you're gonna need, and I think that's an 8mm. So yeah, you take that out, the whole coil pack can come out, and then we'll take out our spark plugs. All right, got my 8mm socket here, and we will get down here and get these off there. And this wiring loom does get in your way pretty much with all of them on this 2.7. I know on the inline 4, obviously, you don't really have to worry about it too much just because they're right all up on top, and the wiring loom kind of just isn't as in the way by what I've seen from other videos out there. Do not lose these. Definitely put these in a spot that you're not worried about them coming out. Yeah, so on this side, everybody, this is the one that's kind of the booger side because this is a thicker wiring loom on this side. Obviously, you've got the connections over here for the ECU and that. So yeah, this is a little bit harder to get to, at least the middle one anyway. But they come out pretty easy. So, all right, again, do not lose the studs that come out with this because yeah, that will be a sad day. Take these out. Put them in a safe spot, and then all we gotta do is be removing. These should just twist. It's hard to get your hand down in there, especially with all the tubing they have in here. There we go. Yeah, see, there's that wire plug that'll come out. There you go, all three of them out. Perfect. Now, just gotta get the new spark plugs in there. We got our 5/8 here. We'll get down in there. Hopefully we don't. Ooh, that's pretty deep down in there, so we'll get this good turn here. Oh boy, they are tight. So. Okay, that one is definitely loose down in there. We'll get them all loose and we'll pull them out here. Oh boy. They are in there tight. And again, not a lot of room. You gotta get your wrenches in there just right. Ford definitely got them in there, that's for sure. Whoever did the engine building on these things. Whew. And this last one may be a little bit of a booger with all the wiring around here. That's about the easiest of them all. See how easy it is to pull these dudes out of here. No, didn't come out. Oh boy. No, okay, well, let's try something else. See if this works any better. There we go. Just use a magnet. And if I remember right, I think the spec on these is to torque them down, I want to say it was 133 inch-pounds, if I remember hearing correctly. You might want to check me on that, but I believe that's what I had heard. And I do not have a torque wrench, so I'm basically just going to snug these guys in there. That one, I say good. You don't want to get too aggressive with a spark plug, that's for sure. Seem good. Yeah, it seems like from the factory, boy, those got in there a little tight, so I'm going to call that good. All right, now on this side, I didn't really mention it, but to get the coil pack out, that wiring loom is pretty bulky, so it is pretty hard to get stuff out. Looks like though, you got like a little Y here. You should be able to get that back spark plug out between there. So we'll see how Ford did with these. Oh yeah, they're tight. put this kind of back on where I found it. So that one goes there. This one wraps around the middle one. We'll put the little plastic piece back on first. I don't know if it's really necessary to put this back on, but figured it was there for a reason. Let's zip tie a new one on, just to keep the cable from doing things silly. I don't think it will, but, and then this one goes on there. All right, now that we got the spark plugs all put in, those one step colder, this is now that took a lot longer than I even expected. So hopefully, everything you saw me do will help you out, get them in maybe a little bit quicker. But here's the really easy part now. Now it's just connecting the actual tuner, the module itself, the wiring to both MAF sensors. So you have two mass airflow sensors on this one. At the charge tube that comes in, and then you have one further back on the actual throttle body. So let me show you where those at. I've got everything kind of laid out and kind of plugged in already, but here's where we got it. Okay, so right here on the front of the charge tube coming in here, hopefully I have that right. If I don't, I apologize, but I've already got the wiring loom in here. One thing I did notice is you pull this tab out, unlocked. You want to press that tab down a little bit. And when you press it down, that makes it so much easier to pop off. And then basically this is wiring harness B. They have that labeled for you. So that is what the factory connector looks like. This little guy here with the purple on it. That goes right back in. Plug that in. Lock that tab, and here is the wiring harness that came off there. Okay, so you're going to want to unplug that from the MAF sensor and plug it into what looks like a factory connector then to complete this loop. The reason we went with this because it does incorporate all the fail-safes that the engine already has. So if there's something that it notices that's wrong, it's going to, you know, kind of go into what Ford wants it to as far as a fail-safe. Now the other MAF sensor is right back here. Hopefully you can see. Let me get the sun down there. So this is the other one. Again, you got to unlock it with that gray tab on top of this one, push down, and then that's what helps it to actually unlock more, and it slides right out. Now this is letter A, so this goes to the back one. So again, here's the wiring loom from the factory. It plugs right back into their wiring harness, and then the tuner goes right back in down here, locks in, lock that down. Now everything's good to go. I did use some zip ties just to kind of keep everything a little bit cleaner. Here is the module itself. This is my second try. I zip tied it first to it because they give you some zip ties. I then went back and ordered a new cover because I had to drill through it. And now I've used some Velcro. So let me take this, just pull this off for you. So yeah, basically, just some Velcro, stick it right back on. It can be easily pulled off. Yes. One thing you will have is here's the end of your wiring harness. This slides out, unlocks it. That number right here is what you're going to need for the actual Bluetooth tune that they have. That's another reason I like this one. Some of these other tunes out there, you have to buy the Bluetooth separately, or well, not with Panda. This is obviously for the 2.7. You have a plus and a minus here. Once I start the vehicle, this will actually show. Actually, if I unlock it, I might be able to get it to do something here. We'll see if we can get this to do something. Maybe I'll have the monkey open a door. It may not show us anything. So let's just go around here. I'll show you the actual tune that happens here. Maybe if I open the driver's door, it'll also show you. Yeah, there we go. So you see it's got a 3 and then the Bluetooth and power's on. So that is, you know, it's showing us what mode we're in. We're in number 3. So we'll get this kind of powered on my cell phone here, because that's one thing I really liked about it, is it has that Bluetooth connectivity to it. and has those fail safes, which Panda said shouldn't void your warranty. So we're just going to turn on. We're just going to turn on the car here, and obviously I don't have any power accessories on, have the audio off. So let's show you in our phone here exactly how this works. The name of the app that Panda uses is Tuning Pro. You've probably seen that module on a couple other companies. Looks like everybody's using the same kind of module. So yeah, I'm hoping that it works out. I mean, we'll try it for a little bit and we'll see what happens. But yeah, Tuning Pro is the name of the app you'll download on your phone. Here it looks like this right here. Let me back up a little bit, but we'll click on that. It's connecting to the vehicle. We'll get in the shade here a little bit better. It's a little bit sunny out.
Yeah.
So now I have Race, Sport, and Eco. You'll scan, when you first bring this up, you have to scan that barcode I showed you on the module itself. You also have a power button where you can turn off the module all the way and be right back into stock tune. You also have down here at the bottom, fine tuning. You can get it in here and change what levels you're running each one at. 7 is the highest you can do, so I have Race at 7. And then also has Eco at 3 and Sport at 5. So if I have this at 3, the lowest I can go on Sport is 4. So I just kind of left everybody in the middle. And as I read through this, each one is how aggressive the tune is. Panda Motorworks does say that this tune will give you 20% more horsepower and torque, which is actually a pretty good number. Now, thinking about 20%, that would equate out to, I mean, the 2.7 is 325 horse from the factory. So to get 20%, I mean, you're talking like 65 horsepower. So that's obviously at the flywheel though too. So we're gonna, at some point, we'll drive it and we'll see what we do. But I think at some point, I think we'd like to find a dyno and really get some numbers out of it. I'm pretty sure that the flywheel is what they're getting numbers from, and I think on their website it's 91 or 93 octane you have to use to get to that number. So yeah, we'll give it a shot at some point. But yeah, we've got it all installed. Let's take it out for a drive here for the next week or so, and we'll report back. All right, well everyone, we've been driving the Bronco now for a little over a week. I've had the Panda module on there the entire time. Most time, I mean, it's always on. I've very rarely turned it off. Did go out and try the race mode after work one night, and I did have, I think, at least 91 octane in it. And you know, it feels a little snappier, but I mean, with what you're gonna lose from the engine to the wheels, I don't know if you can really feel 65 horsepower, because again, I'm pretty sure that you're going to lose quite a bit from the flywheel back. So yeah, we'll get on a dyno. I think that's my next move. Is we've got some local dyno jet guys around in the area, so put the Bronco on a dyno jet and see what happens. But as far as what it's been doing in eco mode, I'm getting better fuel mileage, at least by a mile per gallon, which I'm surprised about. I mean, I don't have a heavy foot. I try to do my best I can, and I've had some 2122s out there, so been happy with that. But yeah, I think we'll get it to a dyno and really see what it's doing.
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
I'm excited for the dyno.
The dyno, yeah. We're definitely gonna give it a shot, guys. See what we can do about it. But hey, we appreciate you watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button down there, and leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from everybody out there. What do you want to see next? Is there a certain modification you'd like to see us do? So let us know in the comments. We've also got some cool stuff coming. So. Cool videos. We've got some product that showed up that we'll get to here soon, and then we've also got some other exciting news. So keep watching, hit that subscribe button. Have a blessed day.
Bye.